Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of RE/MAX Associated Realty. MyNextHomeFinder.com.
This is a Planet Vero production for Evergreen Media. Today, we're chatting with the movers and shakers in the community and the On the Spot with EGM host, Jesse Krisky. And now it's time to put you on the spot with EGM.
Hello and welcome to On the Spot with EGM. My name is Jesse Krisky, and we've got a great one for you today. We've got the ladies from Treasure Coast Community Health, Vicki, Soule, and Colette Heid. Hi, Vicki. How are you?
Hey, Jesse. I am so happy to be here. Although I have to say, it's really a different experience not to be welcoming others and asking the questions.
Yeah, it's a different viewpoint for you. Now, you host your own show. Tell us about your show.
Well, actually, I was a guest for many years on different radio shows around town, and it reminded me that there is so much great information to be had when you are talking about health, because health is affected by so many different things, not just the medical or dental or medicines that we might take, but arts and mental health and walking and collaboration and volunteerism and all the different things that our community offers. So that's why I'm on Community Conversations, so that I can bring different people in and talk to them and engage our audience in some of the many things they might not know about.
That's great. That's great. And you obviously have a passion for healthcare. And so why don't we talk a little bit about TCCH and your role there, and Colette, your role there too.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Colette.
All right. Well, I'm the communications director at Treasure Coast Community Health. I've been with TCCH over 10 years, and it's amazing some of the things that people don't know about Treasure Coast Community Health. But one of the things I always like to mention is that we have a service, no matter what it is that you might have an issue with. Give us a call. If we don't provide that service, we will point you in the direction, make referrals to where you can get that service.
You know, one of the things that attracted me to Treasure Coast Community Health was the way that I could count on them to give those kinds of informations to us and be trustworthy in their recommendations. And so Treasure Coast Community Health, as you probably are aware, has grown tremendously in the last few years, not just in the number of people that come to us, but by filling gaps in the community that we recognize through our patients' feedback. We just started a vision program for children. 2 years ago, we were doing retinal scans for our diabetics because we recognize that although there are lots of great services in town that do provide that, the reality is there aren't as many service providers as there are people that need them, particularly if you are someone who doesn't have a really good commercial insurance plan.
That's a good point. And I think there are a lot of people, and especially in the past year, a lot more people who need your services. And some people just maybe they don't know who you are or what you exactly do. So that's
I think there's a bit of confusion because of the stigma of public health. You know, in the old days, and I can certainly attest to old days, in the 50s and 60s, the public health department was the only public health that most people knew about. And so that reputation of the way they operated, which is very different from the way we operate, lives on in people's memories. But we do healthcare for all, and I would put us against any private practice in town, both in terms of the quality and the compassionate care that's given.
Great. TCCH, it's an amazing organization. What's the history behind it? When did it start? And what was the need behind?
Well, it started over 50 years ago. I think it's probably about 55 years now, that a long time ago, there were two senators who thought up, hey, we need to be able to provide some community-based health care in the United States. So they came up with two different locations, one in the Northeast, one in the South, and they created community health centers. And since that time, Treasure Coast has been around for 27 years, going to be 28 years next year. We have not seen anyone say, oh, that's a bad thing. The reality is community health is really important for everyone in the community, whether you have insurance or not, because the reality is at one point or another, you're going to know someone or a family member is going to come up against a situation where they no longer have commercial private insurance. And they're going to need a community health center that is federally funded, yes, we get a portion of our money from the feds, but the reality is they're going to need the services that we provide. So it's very important when you think about how it started and where it has come in these past years.
Absolutely. And you talk about community. You said that word probably 6 times within a minute, but it's a very important word to us because we are locally driven by a board of directors from this community. And so it is not someone in Washington or someone in Tallahassee that's telling us what we should do or how we should deliver our services. It comes from a local board, the majority of which use our services and use them well, not just for a flu shot, but rather for their own primary care needs.
That's great. And that gives you the autonomy, the freedom to do what you want to do kind of locally.
But with that autonomy comes the responsibility to make sure that we can have a good bottom line so we can be sustainable far into the future. And that's where our community needs to help us, as they have greatly in this last couple of years, in repayment, I suspect, for our efforts during COVID. And for that, I'm very grateful. A little silver lining in the last darkness of 2 years here. But we do depend on the community to help us help others. And so, again, I would like to say thank you, but don't give up on us yet. Although we do get some commercial insurance and we get some Medicaid and some Medicare, we also have a fairly large group of people who are between insurances, shall we say, because they've got 2 part-time jobs and neither one of the employers might offer it to a part-timer, things like that. So
in that situation, one of the things that the Treasure Coast Community Health does help with is the Affordable Care Act. So if someone is new to the community, they qualify for a special enrollment period. Right now, we're in open enrollment for the Affordable Care Act. We provide those services completely free of charge. So if someone is in need of just investigating whether or not the Affordable Care Act is for them, they can call us and we will assist them with that.
Great point. And how do they contact you?
Oh, they can reach me at 772-571-1989 or 772-646-6408. Either number will come to me.
Great. And is there a website?
Yes, there is. www.tccinc.org.
Great. Is there anything else that we haven't touched on that we need to get out into the public?
Well, I would say, because you've given me the microphone, keep up with your own primary care needs. There's really no excuse for not doing it. You can make the time. You'll save time in the long run. We're not getting rich off of it. As you've heard, we pretty much give money away for those that need it through their healthcare services. But as they used to say a long time ago, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So that would be my memo to all of you.
Great. Reach out to Treasure Coast Community Health, TCCH. What's that number again, Colette?
772-257-8224.
All right. Lightning round.
Oh, that sounds scary.
That's right. It's time to put you on the spot with EGM with the lightning round. All right. Vicki, we'll go with you first.
Okay.
All right. What is your guilty pleasure?
Chocolate.
Oh, all right.
That was easy.
Ditto.
Yeah, chocolate.
Yep.
And with Halloween in our rear view mirror. Yeah, I'm loving the chocolate too. Vicki, your role model. Who is your role model?
Oh, now that is a tough one because I learn something from everyone that I encounter. But I would say that my true role model has been Judy Miller, one of our board members, who is also the CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Tri-County area.
Great. Okay. Colette?
My role model, honestly, was my dad. Hardworking man, provided for his family, always said, just do your job, do it well. Don't look for accolades or for awards. Just do your job, and people will notice who you are and what you do.
Very good. Okay. All right. One more question, Vicki. Your favorite word?
Uh-oh. Followed by...
I can bleep it if it's...
No. My favorite word is uh-oh, but we can fix this.
Okay. All right. Very good. Colette?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good one. All right. Very positive word. All right. Well, ladies, Vicki, Soule, Colette, Heid, thank you for joining us on the Spot with EGM. Again, your host of the show of Community Conversation, and you can hear that on Real Radio 1017, 4:30 p.m. Saturdays, and we also live stream on Mondays. Mm-hmm. And, well, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you very much.
All right, reach out, TCCH. All right, until next time, everybody, stay tuned and take care. Bye-bye.